Hey, everybody, welcome to Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me, as always, are my fantastic co hosts, Dave and Steve. How's it going, guys?
Morning, gentlemen
Good
Morning.
day. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Episode 20.
and ladies.
Yeah. Might
Do
be
you
more
did
too.
you get your abacus up, Bill, so you can start
I
counting
do.
them?
It's off camera. Um, I can't show everything. You can't
Well,
show how all of the sausage is
how
made.
all the magic's done, yeah.
Hmm.
Just like Disney.
There has to
Oops.
be some mystification
Copyright.
going on.
Oh.
Right on. You never know if the inventor of the abacus might want to sue the show.
Oh, you have to dig him up out of the tomb, I think, out there in Egypt.
Ah, Egypt, really?
I think that's wasn't that where they started that kind of stuff?
I don't know. We could probably look that up if we cared.
Nah.
Nah. Yeah. All right. So, episode 20, we are recording on Saturday, October 29th, 2022. Show notes will be linked in the description if I remember. If not, then just love us anyway. Like and subscribe all of our videos if you will, please. It helps us out quite a bit. The thing about YouTube is that you gain features for your channel as time goes on, and you gain more and more viewership, supportership in the show. So we really appreciate when people like and subscribe. Even if you just subscribe to the audio only version, just head over when you get a chance to the YouTube and just hit the like button on all the videos. You ain't got to watch them if you don't like looking at us. I don't blame you.
At least like us, even though you're going to look at it. You can listen to it
Yeah.
later.
You could cuss us out in the comments. I don't
That's
care. Just as long as I know you're there. That's what's important to me.
And we're still waiting to get some ideas or input through our email there on topics and just anything you want to comment about.
Yeah, I've learned, and I did have to learn this, that it's probably not likely we're going to get a lot of interaction on the email. If we get anything at all, it'll either be in the comments on the YouTube or
Facebook.
pro tip though, you can actually comment directly on the post page of the website. In other words, if you click on the episode on our website, you can listen to it and or watch it directly from there, and this works on any device, and you can comment directly on the website. So that's an option. Um but yeah, I don't know, email. I also do a tech podcast for those of you that don't know, and there's a very different sort of audience in a tech podcast. They're the kind of people that are big on uh fact checking, and they'll take to email and they'll take to Reddit, and they'll write up long dissertations talking about their experience with the thing that you were discussing. And it can be, but these are people that are used to sitting behind a keyboard and interacting that way.
Us poking, prob, and pickers, and likes and
Yeah.
unlikes. You don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, it is what it is. So we
No type.
we
No
appreciate
type. Click,
we
click, click.
appreciate any interaction that we get from the audience. Just let us know that we're alive.
Well, I was
But
looking back through like on our last show here. We only had one comment, and it was Junkie Monkey. And he was using all the anagrams. It says, using my CMV PDQ on PC to get to the bar ASAP and get foo bar. So,
mm,
It's a long way around the block to get to the bus.
well, that's the only reply on that.
Morning, gentlemen. Steve, what the heck you doing there? What are you smoking? Huh?
It says I'd smoke that, Dave.
Yeah, I
My
see
shirt.
that.
Big old pig.
Yeah.
Thing is, I got a brisket I need to smoke.
You got a brisket to
is that what you cool kids are
How in the
calling
hell
it
you gonna,
nowadays?
how in the hell you gonna get it in that little vape gun?
It's hard to keep it lit.
Yeah, squeeze a damn brisket in a vape gun. It just don't work well.
But I'd try.
We're doing the kids are coming down next week. That's why we're recording this week to do our holiday get together.
TMI.
They're all wanting
None of that's going to matter because the show is going to release on the correct date.
They're all wanting smoked meat or whatever. So I don't know if we're going to smoke a turkey or smoke a ham or what yet.
I've been
Whatever
eating a lot of
happened, just
barbecue
throw-
these last
Whatever
couple
happened, just throw it in the damn oven and cook it.
weeks.
You never know.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
Well, I'm Mr. Barbecue here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why'd that come out of your mouth? That
By the
didn't
way,
even-
Steve, me and Bill are on this Mississippi kick right now. And
Mississippi what?
Mississippi kick.
Columbus and Elliott, Mississippi.
He
Taken
he-
for Omni now?
No, it's
No, for-
Superior going down
Oh,
to the SEI
gotcha.
plant down there.
yeah, and Bill's trying to see how many barbecue places he can find. I found one over off of.
I thought you was meaning like you were making Mississippi pot roast. You know what that is, right?
No, I'm not from the South.
It's where they put a whole jar of pepperoncinis in there on a big old chunk of beef and put it in a crock pot and let it go all day
No,
with all the
that's
juice.
not-
Oh, it's delicious.
that's not what we're
Well,
talking
I'm
about.
making potato soup today in the crock pot.
I don't think I'm making Applebee's today.
So
I am gonna
and
be-
when you get back to Three Fat Truckers Food Channel here, we'll put a recipe up for you.
I'll tell you what, I do have a good one.
Yeah, do
And
ya?
I'll make it this week. It's really simple, but I can't believe the flavor. It's
Hot dog burn-ins is not really simple.
it's chili dog casserole,
Chili dog
casserole.
carb free, keto.
keto chili dog
Yes,
casserole.
yes. It's
You lost
delicious.
me.
Oh,
my
by
God.
the way, I did
You
have,
would eat it to death, toothless.
Well,
I'll tell
that
you right now.
doesn't mean anything.
yeah, you're talking the
Well,
Three Fat Truckers.
My thing is, I never really think much when I buy hot dogs, far as we buy the cheapies, because you always was buying a bunch. Well, when you buy beef hot dogs, they're $5 a pack.
And I don't think
But-
they taste any different.
Oh my God, yes they do.
Yeah.
I
When's the
could
last
not
time you've been
believe
to
the
grocery
flavor.
store? Everything's $5 a pack.
Yesterday. I said
By the way,
before.
I had me deep fried blueberry cornbread this week in Mississippi.
That's
never
not
had
good
it
for
before.
you. That's not good for you, Dave.
Oh my God, was that so heavenly good?
I'm thinking of your health here, Dave. Come on.
yeah, you think
Somebody-
of it all.
You there, little fella.
Dave's A1C is down below 5.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I didn't thought it said A1C's below his ankles or something. I didn't know what you were talking about.
no, that would be
Bill's
nuts.
putting that together.
No,
Oh
that's-
yeah.
Now that was me on the toilet getting the phone call.
Anyway,
All right. What do you want to
So-
talk about, guys?
how was your week?
Week.
How was your
Well,
week?
like Dave and I were saying, he and I have been doing this new run, and I think it's only him and I so far, where we're taking aluminum. I don't know. They call them cones. He calls them hockey pucks. They're nowhere near the shape of a hockey puck.
Oh yeah.
They're about, I don't know,
Golf
about
ball
that
size.
big around.
So,
And
what roads are you taking, and how far are you going down there? What mile marker? And I'll tell you where to stop.
I usually go down until she comes.
where's that
Wah,
one?
Wah, wah, wah.
I think you and I are going to need one of those now, Dave.
I have one. I
Cheap.
just haven't got it hooked up, Bill.
Oh God, no!
Tell me what road you're on, and I'll tell you what exit to get off of. To the
Well, I run 69 out of Indy, or 3769, and I go down.
Owensboro or down
Well,
224 to 45 east to
224.
yeah. You take 69, you jump on 24 for a little bit. And
Well, it's still
24 and
69.
Yeah, I know, man.
Over to 45E, and then that takes you down to 45, and then 45 down into
82.
Mississippi. Yeah, 82.
82.
Yeah,
You're only
one-
on 82 for a few miles.
SDI is right
Oh.
on 82, right next to Packard.
What's the town?
Columbus.
trying to think on 80. There's one on 82.
Oh, dude, there's barbecue
We don't
places
go into
every.
Columbus.
I know, but I'll tell you the good ones.
What-
On 82, there's one called
the good ones.
Poke and Go. Poke and Go, yeah.
All the places I've
we're-
stopped at are either on 45.
You got to realize we're west of Columbus,
Way
out by
west.
the airport, and we go to the.
I have to think about it because I stopped it. I mean,
There's a
I
bunch
done
of them
check-
on. There's a bunch of them.
I
on
did all the
45.
homework for you on checking all the places out the last 20
I
some
did
years.
too.
I'll do that.
These last couple weeks, I've been at
So
There's quite a few of them on 45 that you can pull off.
I will tell you one of the best. If you go to Texas down there, there's one or two.
It's
But
not on the way.
well,
That'd
you
be
get
out of
that
the
way
way.
once in a while. Right down there for you, outside of Dallas,
I have to
It's
call
called-
Clyde and tell him.
exit 77B, Royce City, and it's Soul Man's Barbecue. They only have, they've got multiple locations, but they've only got 2 that you get semis in. Really?
Snow barbecue's better.
What?
Snow barbecue.
How often can you get into snow? Never.
Saturday only.
I'm saying never. You're not getting a semi in there. This is places you can get a semi in.
Oh yeah.
Snow. I know about snow, but yeah, it's like you said there, and they have lines for what, a mile to get into it, and if they run out, they run
Depends
out.
if you get there at 3 a.m, you don't have to go that far.
Yeah, there ain't no barbecue worth that.
Apparently there is. There's a line.
They're not the
Well,
smartest.
no, these
bunch.
places. My favorite one so far on that run is in a marathon station just before you get to 82 on 45. It's over on the east side of the road. It's a marathon. It's a little fuel stop, kind of a mom and pop deal, and they have barbecue. They got the big cups of tips that you can get.
Oh,
And
you
It's
didn't
like
like
the
the double
company-
nickel there, Haiti, Missouri, the pork sticks I turned you on to?
they were fine, but
Yeah.
you don't get nearly the selection.
Are you talking there in Topeka? I'm saying it wrong.
Tupelo?
Tupelo.
No, it's way south of Tupelo.
It's
Tupelo.
south of Tupelo.
Yeah, it's just before you get on 82.
What's that little town right there then?
I don't know that it's in a town. It's out in the
Pull
middle of
Google
nowhere.
Maps up, Dave.
What's that?
Yeah,
Google Maps.
That's what I'm doing.
I don't think it's in a town though. I think it's out in the burley bush. But yeah, that one's my favorite so far, and there's a few others,
Excuse me.
quite a few others actually. And you get a truck into about half of them. But
Is it that West Point or is it
uh,
Tybee?
oh, for crying out loud, hang on. Let me.
I will say, besides the scale on 45 and the little towns, it's not a bad run. They got 2 real little dinky loves on it. That's the smallest loves I've ever seen. Truck stops.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them's 4 fuel pumps. I think 20 truck parking, maybe 15, 20. And but besides that, they're pretty good. How'd your week go, Steve? Did you do anything exciting this week? You were moving this week. weren't you?
Yeah, we moved a house, and or not a house, moved the occupants and
Into a new house.
into a new house. Yeah.
There you
Still getting it set up, but it's not too bad. It's nicer. It's more expensive, but
go. Yeah.
yeah, we'll get her figured out.
More
So,
room.
yeah, more
That-
room.
Got a big front porch.
Not real big. We got one out front and one out back though. So
Yeah, they down south they were big on the front porches, and in the Midwest they all kind of carried on to the backyards. And
yep.
But-
What's this news we got here? You
just
found Dave?
there wasn't a lot of news this week, but it looks like somebody's doing a contest for the best fleet trucks, and it caught my eye.
Well, there's a
It ain't
couple fleets that got the real fancy, flashy ones.
Yeah, I've never seen this one, this long haul before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen them
You guys
everywhere.
have?
They always got
Yeah.
matching trailers. They're either Conestogas or
That's what they are. Yeah, flatbed.
Just more
Yeah.
store-bought trucks.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with my store-bought truck. We got a big
Yeah.
recall on store-bought trucks too. PACCAR does for Kenworth and Peterbilt for 2002 and 2003. The main dash screens are going out. They got to do an update.
oops.
It says it can cause wrecks. And I read that this morning.
Well, I keep seeing on TikTok and Facebook, people are posting these pictures of these automated driving trucks. Nobody in driver's seat.
Yeah, that's
More and
one of
more.
those. That's
Yeah.
one of those things you get people talking about, and I'm just not buying it yet. I don't think I don't think it's a reality on the level people think it is.
Well,
No,
it's like this. Well, I'm a prick, but if I seen one of them and I'm in my car, I might get in front of it and smash on the brakes, brake check it to see if it stops. I
You
imagine
got
the
to know
sensors and stuff would have to lock it down.
the first time somebody gets hurt, it's over. So it's just
no,
not.
people have already died from it. It's not
Yeah,
over.
I mean, but if
Tesla
it,
cars have killed people, but
Yeah.
they're still trying.
I get
What do you-
irritated at the whole conversation.
The one that I
honestly.
like, I heard it's a company out of Phoenix where it's 2 trucks. One truck
Yeah,
has a
one in
driver,
front.
truck behind.
No, they
it
both have
follows-
drivers.
No, the back driver don't have a driver.
Yeah, it
follows
does.
the first truck.
The one I seen had 2 trucks, 2 drivers. The driver in the front was the one driving, and the other truck followed it, computerized,
just
and
said.
that guy was sleeping. Then when that guy
Oh,
woke
well,
up,
yeah,
he
yeah,
would
yeah.
drive and get in front, and the other guy crawled back, and that truck
Then
would
you're
follow
getting
him.
details, but the
Yeah,
front
that's
truck
the way it
was
was.
leading and the back truck followed.
Yep, but there was
Yeah.
the other driver was sleeping while
Well, does it really save you any time? If you and me went and
It's
yeah,
it's like this. They're trying to how do you say,
they're trying to be more
make it
efficient.
they're trying to make enough freight move like a train does.
Basically.
And you're not going to do that. I don't care. The train's going to move more freight. The only problem is you got to get it from the train to the places it needs to go.
And they don't move as efficient. You can't have that on time on trains.
Yeah.
Because you can't get it there. And like I told you, when I become God and run the whole trucking world, all off ramps would be paid parking spots in them big grassy areas
Hey, Dave.
that you could park. No, we'll just wait. Let me get off my soapbox before you throw stuff at me. Second thing is everything would be 160,000 gross, multi-axle. So you don't need as many truck drivers. You can haul 2 for 1.
Yep.
And the third thing is well, we'll leave the other go. I don't want to go there yet. So okay,
Hey.
now you can throw your tomatoes.
Do you want a cheese toasty? Poof, you're a cheese toasty.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill, start the news.
Well,
No,
okay,
no,
I guess
We're
No,
rambling.
No. We need that. We need ticket tape before he starts the news.
Oh, the
all the
Have
news
got
it is
that?
news. All the
got
news it is news. You've heard it here first on the Trucker CB Radio News Network. First up in the news, the big show. Just 1 week left to submit your fleet to Flashiest Fleets. What?
Contest.
Just 1 week left to submit your fleet to Flashiest Fleets Contest.
That's a
I
tongue
almost
That is a
threw-
tongue twister when you're
Oh,
trying to go.
that almost dragged an F-bomb out of me.
How many Peterbilts could a Peterbilt have built a Peter? No, never mind.
Sure, you've got a Peterbilt, but is it properly polished? All right, so
That is
yeah,
bad.
okay. So our first up in the news, and this is from Truckers News, I suppose. Dateline, October 24th.
Through the
There's-
28th.
So this is more of a PSA. There's only 1 week left to enter your fleet in Commercial Carrier Journal's annual 5 Flashiest Fleets Contest. I hope I don't have to do that anymore. Sponsored by 3M.
Lazy
If you're
Dave.
if you're proud of your fleet's truck and trailer graphics, show them off to your peers by submitting your fleet to the contest. Fleets can upload up to 3 images of your truck and or trailer graphics. The deadline for submission is October 31st, 2022. CCJ is currently accepting CCJ? Oh, commercial care. Okay. Is currently accepting nominations for the contest, which is
I love it when he realizes what he's reading.
yeah.
I like it when he reads stuff cold. Because
It is.
But the thing is, like I told you before, Dave, I'm reading it as he's reading it. I hear him say it as I'm reading it, and sometimes it don't match.
Yeah.
You speak English, Steve, but it's a
Hey,
strange kind of English.
It's the King's English, Bill.
Oh, golly.
King England.
King
Nice to
England.
meet you.
So, reading on, CCJ is currently accepting nominations for the contest, which is open to fleets of all sizes operating equipment ranging from small vans and pickups to tractor trailers. The 5 winners will be featured and profiled online at ccjdigital.com in mid-November. Curious what you might pick up against? Oh, curious what you might be up against? Check out winners from 2018, 2019, 2022, and 2021. And these will all be links in the show notes. And so, yeah.
I didn't even go in and look at them. I should have went and looked at them.
That's
You
what I was
guys
getting
with the
ready to do,
store-bought
but
trucks can take your
Hey,
pictures
hey,
with
hey,
your
hey,
flip-flops
hey,
and
hey,
your flip-flops and your
hey,
belly shirts and
hey, Bill, hey, Bill, hey, Bill.
mm,
Bring up the trucker
oh my gosh.
costume. Bring it up on the screen so the guys can see it.
The what?
The trucker costume I sent you in the mail.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. For those of you that
it's the
are
same
you wanna
one
dress
that
up as
was
a truck
they
driver.
were putting around for Jeep owners too. To
Yeah.
make it something.
They're also one with
Except you're missing the softball mitt for the Jeep owners.
yeah.
Boy, I think we might have lost a few right there. I can do that. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, I knew you could.
I'll just bring. No, I'm not going to bring up the whole screen here.
You can bring up just there. You go.
So, for those of you who are having trouble deciding what to dress up as for Halloween, they now carry a truck driver. Now, this is only one. This includes the headset, the flip flops, diabetes, and $40 cash. I think that's a heck of a bargain because the headset alone is at least $125, and the
Yeah.
flip flops, I don't know.
What's the
And
$40 case? Do you have to go through your comm check to get that?
probably most of them guys with the store bought trucks. That's
Well, Dave, I'm looking at the past winners,
Yeah.
and they're not even really painted ones. They're the ones that if somebody's
Yeah,
did the
sticker. That's why I
wraps.
said 3M. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all wraps.
There's
Well,
a Hirsch.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Hirschbach.
There's an army guy and
Yeah, here's one. It's a Peterbilt with the full
Eagle
flags,
and
eagles, red, white. Did you find it? Did you?
yeah.
so it's a contest and demonstration in
There's
mediocrity,
one.
basically.
right. And see who's got the best wrap.
This
Heck,
one's
I
got
could have entered my barbecue.
airplanes and astronauts and everything else on it. That's pretty cool. So, anyway, I just wanted to see what there was.
All right, yeah. So
Well,
moving
that
on.
one. There was a little less news today, so I was just seeing that, and it made me smile. It's a good looking truck, so I thought, what the heck? Now we're going to get off into the serious news, which pisses me off.
Well, I
What's
think
that?
I think we can all agree that parking is a bit of a premium issue when
That's
you're
not the part that pisses me
Boy,
off.
that is some small print. Hold on.
That's the Ohio DOT parking rules that they love to get in the rest parks. Because you don't want to stop at a rest park to take a leak, because if not, you're going to get DOT inspected.
right. So for those of you that don't drive in Ohio, briefly we'll explain what's going on. Do not make that font bigger.
There. I can't see it.
Well, it was a lot bigger, and then I made it smaller. That way, it would look
Oh.
better when it's put into the show notes.
When I went up one,
Okay,
thing
fine.
for
Put
you.
your glasses
Anyway.
on, Grandma.
So anyway, when you're in Ohio, there's at least this perception in the rest areas that drivers are getting harassed by the DOT and the state troopers over there, because you almost constantly see highway patrol vehicles just kind of lurking about in the truck parking area. And it is a huge point of contention. And it causes this sort of avoidance culture where, you'll pull over on the side. You'll actually pull over on the side of the road to take a leak before you go into a rest area because you just don't want to be harassed. And it's not because we're doing anything wrong. It's because most of the time we just don't have time to deal with all of Johnny Law's small penis issues, you know.
Be
And
nice. Be
You
nice.
do realize why they're in the rest areas. Let me explain that to you.
go ahead, right?
Yeah.
How many way stations have they closed? Pretty much all of them. They've done away with the way stations like they used to have, multiples north and south, east and west. Now they only have way stations one direction as far as an entry point into their state. They don't have them leaving the state, and they're not even as near as many as they used to have in Ohio, far as the main thoroughfares that come in, whether it be 80, 90 out there up by Erie or 71 down by Marietta. They've closed down pretty much all the way stations in that state except for a couple that are the entry points.
Well, the
Years
one
ago,
by
you had entry and exit both
Yeah,
directions at each everywhere. So
I
that's why
get
they're
it.
in the rest areas now.
yes
I
and no. The one by Erie they're rebuilding. The one there over by
I'm saying you only have an entry. There's no exit
yeah, but you're
going
leaving
out
the
of state
state.
now
Why do you care? You're leaving your state.
because they can still. You could be heavy leaving. I mean,
Well, I
they're
know.
not. They're not
The
out there
next
turning
state,
as much revenue as they
Pennsylvania's got
used
one.
to in them way stations because they don't have as many. So that's why they're in the rest areas. But that gives you, the driver, easier leeway because before you had to go through the way station. Now they're not there, and the rest area, you don't have to stop at that rest area
that
because
is
you
a
know what's going to
rather
happen.
stretched positive attitude
That
towards.
is true.
I'm saying that's what that's the way they're rationalizing it, as far as the state and stuff. That's why they got the
Well,
you know.
71 and 30 and 71 and 30.
Oh yeah, there's
is
certain
the
areas
worst.
that are hot spots
They're
for
the
sure,
worst.
There is.
and I know that guy on a first name basis there on 30
Which
at
one?
Beaver
There's
Dam.
6 of them.
What's that?
There's 6. I see 6 every week.
Do you?
6 DOT trucks.
But I'm saying
So-
that guy over there at Beaver Dam, I knew him on a first name basis. Because any oversized load that went through
see,
there,
that's-
he was
well, yeah.
checking your stuff every
The guy
time.
over at Beaver Dam, I don't ever see. It's down there at Mansfield, and it's north to Mansfield, almost up to Akron. Now the scale is still open there in Akron when you get off there on 224 and 76. But
Well,
What's it
to
say?
reel it in here, we do have an article to get into.
Yep.
And
this
the
is
article
about
is,
parking too.
yeah, the article is titled "Truck Drivers Need More Parking" with an exclamation point. Stop the fines, stop towing and harassing us. And this is a change.org petition. Truck drivers are being fined for parking on the ramps of highways or outside long rest areas off the highways. Since COVID, rest areas are being closed and blocked off, causing even more of a problem than ever before for parking. Before COVID, this parking issue has been a problem old school truck drivers state for over 30 years. Open the rest area parking lots that were closed just for parking would be better than issuing a driver a fine. Some states are installing no parking signs and poles to block semis from parking on ramps. Walmart has been installing clearances and bumpers to prevent semis from entering. They have also been known to tow away and give a ticket if you park there. Some Walmart stores will allow you to come, but only to shop and have to leave immediately. Also, if you don't finish your day by 2 p.m. to get to a truck stop, you won't find parking. Even $30 a day parking is full.
$30 a day.
Even $30 a day parking. There's a few exaggerations in this article, but moving on.
East Coast is more, Midwest is less. It's 15 to 20 bucks.
You can't always stop your day at these times, again, because of shippers and receivers, etc. I'm calling out to police officers. I'm meaning the writer of this article, not necessarily me. you know and admitted many times you understand what truckers are going through and see we don't have enough parking, yet you still issue a fine, hurting our license and putting our livelihood at risk, but also leaving America with one less driver if something happens to our license. To be woken up on our sleep time, which could be dangerous to waking to wake us and make us move, and where are you having us move? If we could have made it clockwise, if we could have made it clockwise or found safer parking, trust me, we would have done it. Last thing is a truck driver wants or needs to be woken up and hit with a fine. Please help us. Like we helped support you, police officers. Stop the fines against truckers when it comes to parking situations. I know you have better things to do, like cleaning up the streets with tons of criminals taking over, than to bother a hardworking trucker who brings America their food and supplies. Let me reiterate. This is a rather
You're about done.
emotionally charged
Yes.
uh, sort of
Petition.
this isn't actually news. This is somebody doing a little bit of a rant. Um, please unite and come together so after a long day, a trucker can simply just get some sleep, knowing they won't be bothered. If they are on the side of the highway, they at least know they will no longer be punished and fined. Small truck, small box trucks and bobtails need to double up together in a spot. Taking one large spot is ridiculous. RV and everyone else parking in semi spots, please sign because the government isn't accounting for all these others parking in these spots, and they think we have enough parking when it's not just semis parking in these spots anymore. I also have another petition and for truckers being allowed to carry nationwide that live on the road. Please go sign and share both petitions to your Facebook friends and family. Thank you. Okay, so let's unpack a couple of things here. This, in my
This is
opinion,
a
in
person
yeah,
that we do deal with.
there is quite a bit of exaggeration here in terms of what happens because I mean I park on ramps all the time and I never get harassed. It is true some places are putting in the poles. I noticed 24 all the way through in Ohio, all the way through Napoleon has the poles up, and
Well, it depends on what state. If you park
Yeah,
on a
North
ramp,
Carolina, you can't sleep on the
if you
ramp.
park on a ramp
I've
in Michigan, you will get a ticket. If you sleep on a ramp in Michigan, leave your lights on at night like they usually do. Most guys get up on a ramp and go down their side, turn the lights off, and hide. But Michigan will write you tickets for sleeping on the ramps. So does Arkansas. Right? The scales at the Arkansas go through, it tells you right there, do not. They will write you a ticket. So it's just there's certain states that are real sticklers.
I've heard New York is a state that's real sticky on that, but I've parked on ramps there and never had a problem.
Well,
Um,
they all have rules at different states, just like the idle law. Some states will bust you for the idle law out in the East Coast, and some of them don't do nothing.
my contention here is that most of those things that you hear are yes, it's a thing. Is it acted
Over,
upon as much as people pretend it is? It's not been my experience.
I guess it's only acted on and raise a lot of emotion when it does happen to you.
I
Even
think,
though,
sure.
yeah,
yeah,
when it
Well,
happens
it
to
could be
me,
over
I'm upset.
exaggerated
Right.
somewhat, but
If I'm
if
the
it
guy
does
getting a
happen to somebody, it's on
$140 ticket,
Facebook or
yeah,
TikTok or
I'm
something.
going to,
Somebody's bitching. Yeah.
yeah. But we all know that 3 o'clock, if you can't get into a truck stop by 3 o'clock, you're going to be
yeah.
fighting.
See, that's another thing. Usually, if you're in by
Well,
5, 6, you're good to go.
how many places have call ahead pay parking? If you're worried about it, spend the money, spend your
Only the
company's
GAs,
money.
Petro, and
So, I mean, yeah.
but
I,
but you take some of these guys that only makes $400 a week, and their company won't pay for them to park.
sure. Well, and like me, what all the oversized, you had to be shut down by a certain time in some
Mhm.
states. far as curfews, and you
And
ran as far as you could go, as far as you could go to the very time limit, and then still try and get in some place to park where you need 2 spaces, not 1, and you would
what
park
about
anywhere you could
what
find a
about these
spot.
what about these states that close their DOT parks, the rest scales and everything? No overnight trucking. That makes
So,
no sense
yep.
to me. That's what that was
Well,
built for.
trying to think where that's at. Hold on.
There's
I could
one right
tell
there.
you why places don't want
There's
I
to
do
have.
rest
too.
areas where there's no overnight parking.
I
Yeah,
could
they're
tell you
all over.
why too, and it's all because and folks, if the,
Idle.
I've been telling you, well,
No, it's
it's the
driver
littering.
bias. Yes.
Guys, if you want guys and girls, if you want more respect, this is just baseline life 1.0 sort of information right here. If you want more respect, you have to be worthy of more respect. And a lot of times, the reason places don't want us parking, the reason, see, this is another thing in this article. He's talking about, when they close a rest area, they'll put barricades up and things like that. Yeah, because drivers have demonstrated time and time again that if you give us a place to park, we will litter the place up. We will uh, destroy any foliage by jackknifing around in there. We demand more respect, but we do not demonstrate that we're worthy of it as a whole. This is something, we want other people to adjust uh, their treatment of us, but we don't demonstrate that we're worthy of that treatment. I'm sorry. I know that that's probably not going to be a popular opinion, but you go to places where trucks park and you see
Oh,
the
yeah.
urine bottles, you see trash everywhere. I
But
mean,
yet
they
I've been to truck pot spots up off the toll road right there as you're going into Chicago. It's a big giant lot and they have dumpsters sitting around. And I don't see the garbage laying around there as bad when they have dumpsters where you can put stuff because that's the biggest problem.
Sure.
And I'll admit it, just like all of us, we all half-ass live in that truck. The trucks were never designed to live in. They don't have proper bathrooms. They don't have proper facilities to do what you need to do. Not enough places. Indiana
but that
closed half
doesn't
of their
justify
restaurants.
the
No, it doesn't.
choice.
No,
Like
it
if
doesn't.
they go to a place that, they said, okay, we're going to open this up for parking, just don't dump your trash here because we
Right.
don't have anybody on
Well,
staff to
it
clean up
goes
after
back
you.
to the old adage:
But
treat
they just
people
passed
and
this.
treat everything like you would like to be treated. You're not
Right.
going to do that at your own house. Are you going to throw shit out in the yard and stuff? No. So don't
No.
do it at somebody else's place.
They just passed a $1.7 trillion road infrastructure. They could
No,
build us, every one of us, our own
they
gold parking,
could, but
but they won't.
I mean, we can't deal with what we don't have though. We can deal with what we do have. And if they give us a place to park, don't litter it up. Just don't litter. I mean, everything else, let's start doing things right on our side, and then maybe we can start demanding other people do things right on their side of the argument. You know what I mean?
Mm,
If you want
you
more, you
already
got to
took
be more. That's
you
just
already took my money. I want to see the road. Yes, I won't litter, but you've already took my money. So build the damn highway. Build the
well,
damn
that's
parking spot.
yeah, but maybe not every road at the same time, like we've got going on right now. Um,
Orange barrel definitely is
Lord
the
have
state flower for
mercy.
many states.
God, I wish I would have been the guy to invent those orange barrels.
Billionaire.
Oh man, tell you
Just think
what.
about that guy that invented that little plastic thing on the end of your shoelace.
Ah,
Or the guy that said, "Hey, let's cut the center out of a tire. That'll hold the orange barrel up."
So hey, did the sun go down at your house or something?
Why?
You're dark.
Well, I shut
that's
everything
fine.
up. You yelled at me, so I locked the blaze down.
Well, you can turn your
Yeah.
lamp back on.
Oh, now you want me to turn the lights better back on?
Never wanted you
There
to
he
turn
is.
that off. Yeah.
There
No,
he
you
is.
just
Hey,
had a little
Dave.
bit of you had a little bit of natural light coming in from the
Well, that's
side.
because the
That
sun
was
rises in the east, and I'm looking east, and I got two giant windows on each side of me.
I
Well, hey,
use these
if you
studio
want,
lights for my monitor.
I'll give you a couple ferns to block the whole window, Dave.
There you go. Better. Happy?
It's fine.
Yes.
I
See,
would
you
Your
have
know I'm
never
smiling
said
fine.
it.
face.
Dave, I
I
wouldn't
know
have said
I'm fine,
anything. I
guys.
wouldn't
You
have said
don't need to
anything.
keep telling me.
I
I
wouldn't have
know
said
I'm
anything,
fine.
Dave. You look great.
Thank
You look
you.
great, Dave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said anything.
My God, I hear it all the time. You're fine. You're fine. I know. Just leave me alone.
Hey, you got your hair cut, didn't you?
And then you woke up.
All 6 of them.
I told Bill, I said, that one that used to hang down like Charlie Brown in the front's gone. So
I know it. Yeah. I actually found a barber here in Fort Wayne, no appointments, take cash or card, walk down, first come, first serve. And
there
I'm
you
like,
know.
sweet. I didn't think these existed anymore. White Swan
Well,
Plaza, north end
White
of the building.
Swan. Is the grocery store still there?
No, it was a
No,
Dollar
it's gone.
General for a while, and then
Yeah.
now
And
it's
then
something else.
it's a surplus, too
Oh.
much
Oh
overbought
yeah, it's one of those 30. What is it? 30,
thrift store.
24 thrift
Yeah.
stores. Yeah.
But White Swan, walk in, 2 guys in there,
Is it over there
$15
by
haircut.
the hardware store in that little strip mall area there?
No, it's on the grocery store building. It's
Oh.
just on the north side of it, looking right at the Advance Auto.
Oh, okay.
And it's walk in, sit down. I'm going to give them a plug. I don't know their name, but I seen it and I said, appointment? Nope, walk in only. I go, cash only? And he goes, card or cash, whatever you bring. I'm like, I'm
Well,
in.
I can't wait till we get to the stories here, because this first one, I think both you guys are going to just cherish.
Cherries. I lost my cherry many years ago, but I'll try again.
Your
Looks
AC?
like it's just called
My
White
ACLU.
Swan. White Swan Barbershop. That's just what it's called.
Oh, did you brought it up?
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
telling you, I'll give them a plug. I mean, they did an excellent job. The guy was nice and funny. TV on, it was good.
We've
I
got a
had to wait
barbershop
about-
here in Wayndale, and the guy, I'm not going to call him out by name, but the guy, I don't know if he actually still works in there. His boy took it over in the 90s. And I don't go there because it's really, really expensive, and they're only open certain hours.
I got a good friend of mine. It's a barber, but he's so booked up. I can't get into him. You know, I get you 2
that might
o'clock
be the case for
Thursday,
this guy,
and I'm
too.
like, I'm working. You know, so.
But I remember sometime in the 90s, he had a brain aneurysm, this guy here. And then
So
he
he left a scar
survived.
every time you cut your hair, like it looked like a scar.
Well, he survived, and then it changed his personality, right? He was sort of reserved and kind of quiet, and then when he came back, he was he was a bit nippy.
Sounds
And
like my ex or my mother-in-law, my stepmom. She had a
he
brain
thought
aneurysm.
it was funny to
Same.
take the scissors, and yeah, doctor says I'm starting to do a little better.
Especially with the clipper when you and then drop a handful of hair you had on the floor.
Speaking of your
Sorry.
stepmom, I need to call your brother to see if I can get some cookies for Christmas.
By the way, Kim is afraid to call you.
Me?
Yeah, because
Why?
they won over the weekend, and Steve goes, call him, and she goes, I'm not calling him because Ohio State won over.
When you now you confuse me, because when you say
yeah.
Kim, I automatically
no,
think
no.
of the boss, not his wife.
No, a different Kim.
And
You're
they
different,
was
Kim.
afraid to call me for what?
She was afraid. Ohio State won, and she was afraid to call you
Oh,
over your $20 bet.
Boy, we're just lining up the inside.
oh, do I
jokes,
owe her
aren't we?
20?
I don't know.
All right,
Steve
so
would call her. He would call you.
gosh sakes, we're almost 45 minutes in, guys. Let's go ahead and get started with the
little
our
bit
first
here.
segment.
To tell the truth or lie.
Yeah, we've had a different name for this segment every
Yeah.
single episode.
I know it. I like that. To tell the truth.
For those of you that are new to the show, we've got a segment here where we will read articles that have been pre-compiled and curated by yours truly, Steve. And what we have to do is guess whether or not this is a true story or whether or not this is a valid news article.
Total bullshit.
And
yeah.
I'm going to tell you though, folks, maybe I'm just dense, which might be the case either way.
That's
but
my vote.
but
Dave, what's your vote?
he's got an uncanny ability of putting these articles together, and well, he's fooled me more than once, a lot more
I
than
don't
once.
know.
Well, I
It's
hope I fool
non-zero
you
numbers.
today, Bill, but I don't
it's
know how
something
this is
about a
going to go.
bucket. I'm tired of looking at you put tape over the screen. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so let's without further ado, let's crack on. Number one. Uh, Here we go. Pilot and Flying J trying out Chinese squat potties. I really need to start reading these ahead of time.
No, you don't.
What?
Dave, this is
Oh
this
man, oh
is the
man.
story I think you guys are really going to love.
All
Hate it
right,
already.
so squat toilets still reign supreme in China. Sure, the Western toilet has made plenty of inroads. Inroads? And you'll find them in big city hotels, major restaurants, and airports around the country. However, there are still lots and lots of squatty potties in China. And now starting to debut in the US, Pilot and Flying J are getting on board with this new trend in 150 random locations on the West Coast. But don't fear, using a squat toilet is simple. There are a few tricks to the trade, but with a little preparation, you'll be able to do your business with confidence. Squat toilets defined. Okay, so here we go. Using a squat toilet is a little like peeing in the woods, only with walls, a door sometimes, and a ceramic hole in the ground that flushes sometimes. Supposedly, using squat toilets is good for your system. The mechanics are just as the title implies. By squatting to do your business rather than sitting on a toilet, gravity helps the process. I'm fairly certain gravity plays a role whether you're sitting down or standing up. But anyway,
Don't get sidetracked yet. I got
preparation is key. So being prepared to squat. Preparation is key. While adapting to squat toilets is not as hard as it seems, it's good to know what you're getting into before you have to go. The moment of truth. Some washrooms can be rather wet, whether from the splash effect or an overeager toilet cleaner running amuck with a mop. Your squat toilet stall floor might endanger your bags or dry trousers. If it looks wet, roll your pants up. Pro tip: if you see other people rolling up their cuffs, be sure to do so too. They know something you don't. Position yourself. Once you find yourself in a squatty potty, it's really not that bad. Many argue it's actually healthier to go this way than sitting down. But if you're not used to it, squatting can be really difficult if you don't know how to get into position. Stay there and use the toilet correctly. So and it kind of describes step by step how to get it done. Step one, face forward and try to let your pants down while ensuring that the ends aren't touching the floor. Hopefully, you've rolled your cuffs. There are grooved places for your feet on either side of the toilet. Try to get somewhere in the middle. Feet flat on the floor and aim for the potty, just like that. One key piece of etiquette: no paper in the potty. Chinese potties and public restrooms generally don't handle waste paper. If possible, put anything other than number one or number two in the trash basket. Try as hard as you can, though, not to look in the trash basket, as it is usually open and teeming with things on which you'd rather not lay eyes. When finishing up, unroll your pants, wash your hands, and out you go. You accomplished squat toilet use. And there's a diagram here. It'll be in the show notes. Um, the company spokesman for Pilot and Flying J said in an interview the 150 locations are experimental to get feedback from our patrons. Our priority is our customers. I know trying new things is always trial and error, but hoping we get positive feedback. Fake.
you going with fake all the way.
Yes, there's I this is well done. But There is no way anybody in their right mind would ever assume this would work for truck drivers.
Remember who
Okay.
we're talking about? Pilot and
Yeah.
Flying J.
Okay. Now you got to remember
Pilot and
this.
Flying J is not innovating on anything.
You got to remember this.
I know,
When's
but
the
you
last
said
time-
common sense.
When's the
Yeah.
last time a fat man squatted and got
Right.
back up? They don't squat because once you're down, you ain't getting back up.
Not
They're
gonna
lazy.
happen.
They're going to sit on the shitter and pick their feet up.
Can
Ain't
you
no
imagine?
fat man doing squats?
Guys are messing up regular toilets. Can you imagine?
Oh, imagine blowing one up. You can't get there fast enough, and it comes out and sprays 14 layers. You're not even touching the bowl, and it's going to hit the wall, the side, your
Yeah,
feet,
no.
your socks.
This
what
ain't
do
this ain't working
So
out.
what do you think, Bill?
False.
Dave?
It's a true thing, but it is not in the Flying J's.
No.
False.
Okay. You're both right.
Yeah.
Made it all up.
And the truth is,
Was that a good one though?
Flying
Oh,
J
yeah.
and Pilot can't even get people to keep the pumps working, let alone try a new bathroom.
Well, I watch them take showers at the pumps with the squeegee.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah. So
I don't remember what episode that was, but
I
yeah.
tried to make sure I had as much information as possible, Bill. I thought you'd fall for that one.
Nah, because I mean, you look at the diagram here of a guy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share this.
Fat
because-
man don't squat.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
This was a story that I added to and interjected stuff.
So yeah, look at
Quiet,
this.
quiet.
Look at this guy squatting down. Can you picture some Swift driver walking in? Now, that new generation that wears the flip-flops, that's another.
Oh, that might be something for them. I mean, it was
Yeah,
all
that
West
might-
Coast. It was West
gotta-
Coast now.
You got to realize, you look at a lot of people, they're squat workers over in India and everything. The American got away from squatting. We bend over or sit our fat ass down.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
We'll go to
Well,
the
you both-
Loves where.
You both got a check mark for today.
Oh yay!
So, number 2.
All right, racehorse develops third lung from doping. The New York State Equine, how do you say that word? Equine Racing Alliance, equine? Okay.
Equine.
Racing Alliance has had many, or should we say a lot of doping cases over the years due to racehorse owners always wanting to get that edge over their competitors. There's many lawsuits against a number of doctors, suppliers, trainers, and owners. All these horses get tested regularly and are on a strict regimen to be examined by a vet. Well, one horse that was being doped, named Balls Deep, was being examined, and the vet. Nobody really? Okay.
What's that?
Balls
the horse's
Deep.
name?
Yeah.
That's why I sort of did this one. I thought that was a funny name too. Yeah.
Sign me up. Okay.
There's all sorts of weird names they got for all these horses.
There it is. Oh, that works too good.
The funny thing is, the joke is balls deep is because they're usually geldings. Geldings don't have balls. They're cut. That's a male that's cut.
See,
So I don't know.
little
yeah,
background, folks. Steve
yeah.
lives in Kentucky now, so he knows
Oh
all
no,
about them.
I had horses up there.
And he's been cut, so he knows.
Wah, wah, wah.
Anyways,
Oh boy, Dave's got a new toy.
No, it's
Vet
no,
noticed an
just
odd
figured out how to work
sound when listening to the gelding's chest. Worried there was a problem, they had a chest x-ray which revealed a much smaller third lung growing off the horse's right lung about midway down. After some blood work, they found a cocktail of doping. Normal doping usually contain methamphetamines or amphetamines or methamphetamines like Ritalin. But this one had almost lethal dose of EGH, equine growth hormone. that had mutated somehow and formed the third lung on the poor horse. The horse had been doped for the last 6 months, which gave time for the third lung to form almost like a tumor. The owner of this gelding will have the animal operated on to remove the extra lung and then retire him. No legal action has been taken yet. I don't know, Dave. What do you think?
I think it's a true story.
Why are you letting him go first, Bill?
I'm troubled by the name. I'm going to go false.
Are you just going opposite of Dave just to hope you get right?
No, I'm there's a lot of reasons why this might be true, but balls deep just ain't doing it for me. Well, and it's only because that I happen to know that that's a very highly dignified field of endeavors down in Kentucky. I mean, the Queen used to come over back in the
there's
day.
all sorts of nasty named horses, dude.
There are
Lots of them. You don't watch the Derby, I guess.
No,
you never
this is
know.
one of them. Balls deep is one of them.
All right. Well, I'm still going false.
It's false. I made it up. So Bill's got 2. Dave's got. You're losing today, Dave.
I know.
That's 2. I
He's
made
playing
up.
with his phone is why.
Okay.
For some
Number
reason.
3, Bill. Let's see what you got.
All right. Dunkin' Donuts suing Starbucks over pumpkin spice creation. Canton, Massachusetts-based Dunkin' Donuts is starting a legal grudge with Seattle, Washington-based Starbucks. I guess you can say East Coast against West Coast battle royale. Filed October 1st of this year in a Massachusetts court, Dunkin' Donuts claims Starbucks infringed on an ad campaign when they came out with their pumpkin spice crunch moo latte. The Seattle company claims they came out with the same thing the month before they did, even though they had no advertising for this item until October 15th. The spokesman for Dunkin' says the coffee business is very cutthroat and we will not stand for a blatant infringement of our product. A cease and desist order is filed for now till we get our day in court. Starbucks was not available for comment. Now, I got I was going true with this until
Come on, Mr. Coffee Man.
I was
You oughta
going
know.
true with this until the spokesman for Dunkin' says the coffee business is very cutthroat, and then I lost it.
Why is that?
Come on, man. It wouldn't
I
matter.
don't know
how
what you're
many
talking about.
coffee
Don't say,
places-
come on, man. Explain
Well,
yourself. I can't read
cutthroat?
your mind.
Cutthroat, really? Honestly, I mean,
You don't
you
hear
wanna
that
call
all the
something-
time in a sentence from people talking about stuff like that?
Not about
you
coffee.
got Tim Hortons.
Doesn't matter if it's
coffee.
coffee, food,
There's
anything.
just a lot of it out there, and it's not.
Oh,
People that like Starbucks are going to go get Starbucks. People that
Sure.
like Dunkin' Donuts, I don't see those two businesses as being in direct competition
I
with each
go to
other.
Dunkin' Donuts because it's like $3
$3 cheaper.
Well, you're
And
right.
cheaper.
A
So
lot of
you're
times,
buy
you're
them.
false. What are you, Dave?
I'm gonna say it's probably true.
Probably. So you're going with true?
Yep.
It's false.
Damn
Bill's
it.
whooping you today, Dave.
Yeah, I know it.
3-1.
these are fantastic, though. I'm not going to lie, because that whole thing with. I can remember when Dunkin' Donuts was the only place you could get things like that. Your
Well,
internet's
and that
going
one
crap
there, I
again, Dave.
think, is an actual, but I don't remember who made it. I just made it up. I've heard moo latte somewhere before, but
More latte.
yeah. So that's all fake. So here's your last one. See if you can redeem yourself, Dave.
I don't want to. I like being the loser.
3-1 today. We were talking
Three
before the
out.
show. Dave's like, I'm on a tank on purpose to make Bill feel good, is what it was.
That's right.
Lies, damnable lies.
Okay.
All right. A Chino, California man, Gruber
Well, you got to read the
Duestenberg.
headline.
Okay, man returns from vacation to find 2-foot-long worm in stomach. A Chino, California man, Gruber Duestenberg, or Duestenberg, returned
sure.
from a month-long vacation from Singapore, where he sampled all the cuisine native to the area. All of it, really? Okay. There have been many chicken dishes, crabs, oysters, and fish heads. A noodle they made, some raw fish, and other dishes.
Just
While
from Big
there,
Brother.
Mr. Duestenberg enjoyed them all while never feeling ill at all. Once back home, he noticed he was hungry all the time and couldn't seem to put on any weight no matter what he would eat. He felt a sharp pain in his abdomen that was making him double over, so he finally decided to see a doctor. He went to the Canyon Ridge Medical Center where they took an x ray and found a parasite in his stomach called a Linnaeus longissimus, or simply called a bootworm. They have been known to grow very quickly, and record length for a bootworm was 180 feet. He was lucky to get to the doctor when he did, or there's no telling how big it would have gotten. He and surgery he had surgery to remove the parasite instead of waiting to pass it, since the parasite was so aggressive in drawing nutrients from its host. The operation went well, and Mr. Duestenberg is making a full recovery. He was quoted saying, "No more raw food for him." Eh,
So he's the one over there that brought the coronavirus back. If he's over
yeah.
there eating all that shit, that's
Now
who brought the
you
shit
know
back.
how it happened now, folks.
No, what freaks me out is when I see them videos on YouTube where they'll pull a worm out of somebody's eye. Oh,
Yeah.
nasty.
I'm going fake on this
Damn.
one.
Fake?
Yeah.
I'm going real.
Because it's usually a tapeworm that they pull out of people's.
And I want to know where this.
So the
woman-
only parasite is a tapeworm out there, Bill.
No, I didn't say
I-
that, but
Well, that's why you make it sound.
no.
I want one of these in my belly for a while. I lose
I
some weight.
Where can I get one?
Well, the
They sell 'em
record
at PetSmart?
the record for this is 180 feet.
Okay.
That's some
So-
lying there.
I'm not saying you didn't do any fact checking.
Oh
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
Well, you make it sound like the only worm is a tapeworm, and I'm like, well, okay, that's not
no,
good
no,
reasoning.
I don't know enough to say that this.
You're right, Bill. It's
not a
fake.
real thing.
I made all four up this time. Dave, you're wrong. Bill won 4-1.
Lord have
There you go.
Well, let me celebrate you, Bill.
So I wrote all four of them this time. None of them were convincing enough
What
for you,
the
huh?
heck was that?
Fireworks. Or him falling down the stairs.
Fireworks.
Stop. So none of
Did
them
it
was
annoy you,
convincing
Steve?
enough.
I like it when it annoys you.
It was a bit loud.
Oh, well, I can turn it down. Oh, somebody sent me a text.
God. Ooh, squirrel.
Squirrel.
So yeah, I did well this time, which
Way to go, Bill.
is thanks.
I should have
Good
knew
Lord.
something because Steve said he had them done Tuesday.
Well, it
Oh,
only took me 4 hours to write them, but yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have this all linked in the show notes. Well, the show notes themselves will be on the website, and we'll have it linked on the YouTube as well. So yeah, again, go and like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, go and like as many times as possible. Like they used to say, vote often. How'd they used to say that? Go vote and vote often.
No.
Anyway.
Vote once and vote all. Or
Anyway, we look forward to your feedback. We're on a few of the socials, the Facebook, the Twitter. You can comment directly on the website, and again, please like and subscribe. Email show at 3ftpodcast.org if anybody cares about that, and you can get a hold of us. I get those emails directly to my phone, so
Yeah, and if
Facebook.
you find anything funny, throw it on Facebook. Throw some of that stuff up there.
Yeah,
I'm liking
apparently,
what I'm seeing.
I found one
apparently,
for Bill.
yeah, apparently
Yeah.
people like Facebook. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Did you see the
They do.
turd burglar one, Dave?
Turd burglar, yes.
Yeah, I
Thought
saw
Bill
that.
got a new
I've actually
job.
seen that truck.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen that truck somewhere. I can't recall where, but yeah, folks. Gee whiz. This concludes episode 20. And who knows where we go from here. Anything else, guys?
Nope. That does it for me. Looks
All
like
right,
it's gonna be
well,
another good week.
yeah, everybody have a good week. We'll see you in a fortnight. Until that time, I've been Bill.
And I'm Dave.
And I'm Steve. Thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week.
Have a good one, folks.